On October 7th, I was at my house while we heard the alarms. The alarms arrived also to my town. I'm living next to an Air Force base, so it will be probably a target to our enemies. And while I was awake on 6:30 a.m., I understood that something has happened. I opened the TV screen and I saw the news that there are terrorists inside the Sderot, Ofakim, all of the Israeli settlement next to Gaza. My sister and cousin went to the Nova Festival on October 6th. And I understood that if they arrived to the settlement next to Gaza, that located east to the party located, then they probably went through the party area. So I was stressed. I was the one that understood the situation. I didn't want to share it with my parents, just to not making panic. So I went to the side to call my sister. She didn't answer me, my cousin as well. And I understood that something has happened. I texted my sister a lot until she answered, and she said there are a lot of terrorists inside the party area. I'm an IDF officer. I'm a combat engineering officer, so I know how to read map. I was trained to know it. So I asked my sister to send me her location. I saw her location. I opened the map and I asked her to go a little bit east to a field full of trees, so she'll take cover. She told me she's next to an abandoned tank. And I asked her to go a little bit to the east to take cover under the trees. And this is what she did. What she didn't tell me at the time that they were under fire while we were speaking. Her and her friends. And she and her friends went east as they asked. And they heard a lot of shooting and kidnapping. A lot of kidnapping were at the fields, like not at the party area itself. And then she came back to the tank later because some of the guys over there reached some guns from soldiers from the enemy, fortunately. And they shoot back, they took cover under the tank. That was my experience with my sister for 9 hours. She also told me that she can't find our cousin, Karin. I was trying to reach Karin. She texted her parents, if something happened to me, just know I loved you. And we couldn't find her. The police arrived to evacuate them to Ofakim police station. And then my friend from the military service that went to the south to fight asked me for her location and a photo. And he went under fire to Ofakim to rescue my sister. Finally, after 10 or 11 hours, she arrived to our home. And we were happy, of course, but we were all worried about her cousin. 11 days after, we discovered that our cousin was murdered by Hamas. She was at the ambulance, the famous ambulance that took the RPG missile. At that time, we didn't understand what is really happening. The news weren't reflecting the real situation because they didn't know, of course. And I asked myself, the bottom line, my effort helped my sister being alive. So I will never regret about it, of course. But as a combat soldier and a combat officer, of course, I wanted to be at the first line to help the civilians over there, the people that no one came to help them. So from the October 7th, I had a lot of thought about it. I'm not regretting on something because I was part of it. I was emotionally involved because of my sister and cousins. So I hope, if it was a different situation and I was my sister and cousin wasn't there, I was probably go to the south at the moment. I'm an IDF officer. My duty is a platoon leader. I have 25 soldiers underneath me. Combat engineering doing blowing things up like tunnels, terrorist houses and stuff. So we went to our base in order to gear up. Because we are reservists, we needed to train a little bit about the new technologies and stuff. So we trained for a month and a half, a lot of training in order to raise our level, our professional level. The beginning on December, we entered Gaza for 2 months. I was injured while fighting. I went to the hospital. They evacuated me to the hospital. I came back a day later. I didn't want to leave my soldiers, so I, got the strange in order to help Am Israel, and I came back a day later. I had after it a recovery time on a month and a half, and later we rest for 2 months. And 2 days ago, I finished my second tour. I went to Rafah for another 2 months, and right now I'm resting, waiting for another tour. We were together with the paratroops unit, an amazing paratroop reservist as well, and we had a lot of special missions in order to blow terrorist house, to attack neighborhood full of terrorists and the armory. And when I injured, I see the event as a success because it was a massive success. We find something really classified that is really important to Hamas, and it really helps the Israeli government to show to the world and to the international courts that Hamas has the ability of what we found. So it was really important. And after we took the photos and all of the evidence, my duty is to blow things up. So we arrange ourselves in order to blow it up. We put something like 1,000 pounds of explosive, and chemistry reaction happened. I saw smoke, and I tried to pull it away, the mine that we used, try to pull it away while the smoke is happening. So my breathing ability was a little bit harmed. And after I saw I can't succeed to do it, I told all of my soldiers to run away as fast as they can because it's about to explode. We ran as fast as we can. 5 or 6 later, 1,000 pounds blew up, because of the chemistry reaction. We all flew in the air, and luckily none of the shrapnel stuff hit me, but my hearing was damaged badly. And after it, as a commander, I have responsibility not just for me, also to my soldiers. So I rised up with the power that left, and I started to take care of the event. Soldiers was harmed badly, so I started the evacuation, the first aid to stop bleeding and stuff. I started doing it. Me and my soldiers, that was pretty much okay. We evacuated with the helicopter the soldier that needed to see the hospital as fast as we can. And later, after the event ended, they took me and another 7 to Soroka Hospital for some tests to check my lungs and my hearing. And a day later, I came back because my soldiers were over there and I didn't want them to be without their commander. But the event was a success because what we tried to blew up at the end. We avoid 600 long-term missiles that were aimed to Israel. And imagine yourself 600 long-term missiles. The Iron Dome has a 95% of success, so the rest of the 5% means 30 long-term missiles, probably harmed or even killed some civilians. So for us, it was a massive success, even though we injured a little bit. But luckily, I'm here, and I'm happy about it, that we had the privilege to avoid such an amount of long-term missiles. We went to a special operation. The intelligence forces told us that there is something that they don't know what it is in some location. Together with the paratroop unit, we went to this location and find a lot of machines. After a small search, we understood that those are machines that creates a lot of weapons, rifle, RPG, and stuff. And while we started working in order to blow this place up, me together with the paratroops unit commander decided that they will go to search around, because if we found this, probably around there are more of it. And while I'm working, he called me on the radio and told me that they found another. They continued to look, and they found another machines and another. We expected it to be 2 hours, and we ended up like 10 hours of work. Eventually, after we succeed to do it, the intelligence forces told us that until that day, all of the army managed to destroy the 82 machines, and 63 out of it was belonged to my platoon. So it was a massive, massive, massive success. I was really happy. We had a high spirit every time. Like we had a bad events, but the spirit of helping Am Israel, of doing good for the citizens, for everyone, from the Jewish people around the world, even. It's not for the Israeli civilians, you know. It's for everyone. The attack was on the Jewish people. They managed to do it on the Israeli Jewish people, but the attack was on the Jewish people, and they aimed to everyone. So to do it and to have this success to the Israeli people, to the Jewish community around the world was absolutely amazing, and we were really, really happy and satisfied from our success to do it. Every time there is a war or some operation, the Israeli people shows a lot of unity. Everyone works together, put all of their opinions aside in order to help the military service, to raise the spirit. Also here after October 7, of course, you know, the October 7 victims, the injury, the deaths, they belong to all of the opinions rainbow. You know, there is not, it's not a special community. Everyone was involved. Religious, not religious, right, left, everyone was involved. So I think the Israeli people understood it, that it's all of us. It's everyone's problem. So the unity was amazing. I saw with my own eyes the soldiers, the combat soldiers that put anything aside, the reservists, everyone put anything aside, and everyone is different. Everyone is different, you know. Some guy from Bnei Brak, which is the most religious city in Israel, and some guy from the kibbutzes that doesn't have any connection to the religious, and from the left and from the side, we all fight shoulder to shoulder, brother in arms. It's what I saw with my own eyes, brother in arms. And I saw the Israeli people that go to, I went to the hospital in the middle of the war, so I had the privilege to see. I couldn't even enter the hospital because the amount of the people that came to help, to donate, to help with something. People came and went to the nurse and say, what can I do? And to see the people so unite, you can see it with your own eyes, and you said, of course, I'm optimistic about our future, the Israeli future. And because we went through something so hard, such as an October 7, you can see, if you've been through such a radical event, a horrible event, so the rest is easier than what we've been through, also, you know. So I'm absolutely optimistic about Israel, and I'm absolutely proud and optimistic about the Jewish community connection with Israel. It is an amazing thing. I couldn't believe it happening. I had the privilege, the amazing privilege, to go to the US to meet some Jewish communities together with my sister to tell our story to the world, my combat story and my sister's survival story. And we saw an amazing, amazing love, amazing support. I saw how people that lives on the other side of the world so worried about the country that Israel is their country, it's the Jewish people country. So even though they live in another country, Israel is in their heart. And the unity and the love and the support that the army gets, that the Israeli people gets. I saw people that Israel is in their veins. Is in their veins. People that lives generation in the US, generation, you know, it's not just people that went from Israel to the US few years ago. People that born and raised according to the American culture and American, they're involved with the American politics and culture and the market and stuff. But you see people that Israel is in their veins and the Jewish people are in their veins. So I'm absolutely optimistic. I also get to meet the two of FIDF missions in Dallas and in San Diego. You see such a good people that just wanted to help with everything they could, money, missions to Israel, to volunteer and stuff. And I saw it. I walked in the street with a massive smile on my face to see the unity and to see how we are really one big family. And I knew it, and I always told it, but to see it with my eyes, to meet the FIDF guys, the missions here in Israel or in Dallas, or whenever to see how they worried, how they, I told my story over there. I talked with them about my story with slides, and I saw people cried. Bottom line, they don't live in Israel, they are American, and they have their concerns and stuff. And to show them the Israeli war, the Israeli stuff with slides, with photo, they cried. It was an emotional event, and I'm not getting emotional that fast. I've been through some stuff in my life. The unity was absolutely amazing. And to see that it's possible in bad times, it's absolutely, absolutely possible in good times. When you don't have troubles like war and stuff, you're messing with silly things like politics and opinions and religious and stuff. But the bottom line, we all have the same blood. We all have the same blood. And the unity that the Am Israel and the Jewish community showed after October 7th is something that we need to learn that it's possible. It's possible to put everything aside and understood that we are one. We're the Jewish people, no matter where, and it was absolutely amazing. We are in a good role of community right now after the war. And the day after, everyone should look inside and say, now what? Now what? Should I put my small effort in order to make the big unity happen? I think that yes, and I'm absolutely optimistic about our future. I've been there, I saw anything. I lost my cousin at the Nova Festival. I have all of the reason to be negative. I lost friends. I saw people injured and stuff. But from my perspective, I can say, and I say it loud and clear, Am Israel Chai. We are the forever people. The forever people. We are the people that live forever. Our people lives for generation and 1,000 years because of our unity. And the Jewish people, as long as they keep their unity, Am Israel Chai, of course.